Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello, that's me.
And we've got some good news, some interesting news. It's not a daily dose of dismal Disney. It's a very interesting turn of events that Daredevil and the other Netflix Marvel shows will be coming to Disney Plus.
Right. Now, we knew it was coming to Canada, but now it is definitely coming to the United States as well. And I had to put my glasses on because at first I thought that guy's name was Zach Sharp. So good thing
Zach Sharp?
So I could get my glasses on.
Sorry,
I was
Zach.
I was very confused. I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. They put my glasses on, and now I can see that's not the case.
You can see clearly now.
I can see clearly now. The shard is gone.
Yeah, you got those sexy teacher glasses on.
These are really like old lady granny glasses.
No, they're hot for teacher glasses. Anyway, we're going to talk about this. Disney getting all hot and bothered for adult content. You know,
I see what you did there.
Yeah, see what I did there?
Yeah.
They're going to put adult content on Disney Plus. Now, this has been rumored for a while.
I still can't believe you put that up as an article. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh no, Mr. Disney, don't do that. Take it off. Yeah, I love that scene. That's great. Yeah, so this has been rumored for a year or two now that Disney Plus was going to start offering more adult content. They kind of have to keep up with HBO Max and with Netflix and all the other streamers because they have, you know, R-rated content.
Well, people were worried that they were going to put it, well, they thought they were going to put it on Hulu, first of all.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about that in a bit because there was a conflict between the Bobs over this, which I will mention in a bit. And then the other worry was they put on Disney Plus. Does that mean they're going to take and you know, cut them up and edit them heavily? No. They're going to put parental controls on so that TVMA things can be viewed on Disney Plus. But before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 259,000 subs. Thank you so much for the support. We do talk a lot about Disney, talk about the streaming wars. What's interesting about this is that I have to wonder how long Hulu is for this world. Because in the grand, you know, they might decide at some point that to make the numbers for Disney Plus look better, they just kind of roll it all together. Would that matter though? Because right now, if you subscribe to
Hulu, you get Disney Plus for
automatically.
free. Yeah.
So they're counting the numbers the same anyway.
Yeah, it's well, and that's the thing, and it's going to be really interesting to see during the next earnings report what the numbers were for Disney Plus, because they're like, hey, look at all these subs we got for Disney Plus, and a lot of them and other news outlets called it out. We
did too.
Yeah, they were Hulu subscribers that automatically got enrolled into Disney Plus. So they had this huge boost, and I don't know if it's going to be the case next time, but yeah, this is a problem Disney's had. They're trying to grow Disney Plus. They want to compete head to head with Netflix. And they're like a distant second at this point. But the only way they can really compete with Netflix, when you look at what the top programming is for Netflix and HBO and all these other platforms, it's R-rated adult content.
And they keep, and I knew they were gonna argue for this anyway, because they keep mentioning it all their investor calls. Do we mention that half of our subscribers are people that don't have kids? And it's like, well, one, I'm not surprised, but two, that's what Chapek's using as the logic.
Yeah.
Behind this, because you brought it up, because when I did the article today on this at Pirates and Princesses, I was like, well, I remember that what was going on was that Chapek wanted to do the MA and more adult content, but it was Iger that didn't. And I thought, well, maybe let me check that, and I went and found it, and yes, that is indeed what happened. If you go to Joe Blow, they were talking about that here. Chapek wanted to be more progressive about it. Iger wanted to keep it family content, like 14 only.
Yeah. And the thing is that you're gonna max out, you know, and that's the problem, because Disney's always been, you know, mostly family friendly entertainment. Now that, you know, Iger came in and bought, you know, Marvel and Star Wars and Fox and all that, you know, they've got this content, and it's not, a lot of it's kind of off brand for Disney, but you know, it is what it is. If they want to grow Disney Plus to be a true Netflix competitor, they're going to have to show more titties. More titties and ass. That's
not what they do in there. There's more violence, more blood.
Okay.
There are some, there's some sex stuff, but it's mostly, violence, blood.
So what we need is the hard R reboot of Pollyanna.
No, we do not need a horror. Oh, I was thinking the whole
She's
time.
making everybody happy.
Oh,
Everybody's happy.
I was just thinking about how for the years they had Touchstone and it was like Showgirls and it was like everybody could wrap their head around that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's like that again.
Well, that's like even with Nightmare Before Christmas, like people don't realize that like, they put that under the Touchstone brand because they thought it was too dark for Disney. So they released it as a Touchstone movie.
Sorry,
Miramax.
I say Pollyanna is just touch your stones. That's it's a Touchstone.
Anyway,
General audiences. Anyway, yeah. So apparently, what's going to happen here? If you go out to the article I did today, let me put it over here on PNP. So what they're doing is starting on March 16th. All those shows that were the Netflix shows, so like, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Defenders, all that are going to be coming, and Punisher, I guess. They're all going to be coming over to Disney Plus, as is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, what's going to happen is they're going to ask you to update your account because they're going to put parental controls on it. So they're going to be asked to update your account. And what you can do is you can select for the different, because you have different profiles under your account. You can select which profiles are allowed to view, what ratings, okay?
Which profiles are allowed to view Dumbo and some other problematic.
Some of the kids ones the kids can't watch, and they have to watch on their parent accounts now.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking
stupid.
Some of the animated stuff, the G-rated animated stuff that's problematic. You're not allowed to, Peter Pan, I think, is one. Right,
yeah, it has to be an adult account. Yeah. You can't have it on a kid's account. Yeah, because that's so dirty.
So do we get Song of the South if we're going to have tits and ass?
No, you never get that.
Have a little racism on there, too.
No, you're not allowed to have that.
Okay.
So they're going to put these controls on, and you'll be able to do that. Now, if you do not update your options, your parental controls on there, you will only be allowed to watch up to the 14-year-old rated stuff. You cannot watch the MA stuff. So you're going to have to go in and set your controls to allow you to watch this stuff. Now, it's going to come out on the 16th. It's going to be available in the United States, Canada, Ireland, the United Kingdom, Australia, and New Zealand. The other markets should get it by the end of the year. But you're going to have to go in and change it.
Now, in some countries, like Hulu and Disney Plus are kind of interchangeable. I guess some of the content is interchangeable.
Yeah, some of the things, like, they're putting, like, the Kardashians on Disney Plus in, like, other countries.
Yeah, it's weird. So, I mean, it feels like what they're going to do. I mean,
like, why bother at this point? Just roll it together.
That's what I think is going to happen. I mean, I don't know for sure, but it does feel like why, because Hulu, they bought out Comcast, part of it, I guess. It's like, why have so many different streaming services when it can all be just Disney Plus, and then you can brag Disney Plus has it. Well, yeah, because Hulu charges for the live TV, but just add live TV to Disney Plus.
I don't know, because I mean, I still think it's a weird choice to put them on Disney Plus when you're getting Hulu anyway. If you have the one, you have the other.
Well,
but,
because now it looks like Charlie Cox's Daredevil is part of the MCU.
Well, I was gonna say this is good for the people who haven't watched Daredevil because they had Fisk and Hawkeye, and people are like, "Who the hell's this?" If you haven't watched it. Which, of course, I watched Daredevil because Daredevil's flipping amazing. Go watch Daredevil.
Who's the big fat guy? No, I think most people.
I know, but a lot of people didn't. If they didn't watch the show, they didn't. They're like, "What's this?" You know what I mean?
So I'm kind of like, are they actually going to canonize this? Because here's the thing. Here's the thing about the Netflix shows. It was always really freaking weird. I thought they were canonically in the MCU because in the first season they referenced the Battle of New York.
And I know in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. they had people from the movies and stuff on the show. Yeah.
So I always thought that was canon, but then they rearranged everything at Marvel. Now it's like, oh no, just the Disney Plus shows are canon and the other ones
like
are
the Star Wars
variant. It's like, come on.
But the Netflix ones are really good.
Yeah, they're incredibly good.
And I'm not trying to be an asshole, but if Disney Plus did them with the stuff they put in what the mandates and stuff, I don't think it would be anywhere near as good as what we got with the Netflix shows.
Netflix Daredevil is it could possibly be my favorite like Marvel anything show.
It's so good. I love this picture of him right here. He looks like, oh man.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, I mean, look, they have plans for Daredevil and Kingpin going forward. I was worried they were going to reboot everything. I hope to God they don't. I hope they're just like, yeah, because of some timeline shenanigans, you guys were kind of taken out of the main timeline for a little bit. Now you're back. Because the rumor with the multiverse, again, with the multiverse of madness is they're going to collapse the multiverse into one singular timeline, which means that we might get like those X-Men or something. I don't know. There's all kinds of crazy rumors about it. It's going to get
I do
really...
not want to be stuck with, Tom Cruise Iron Man. I can't stand Tom Cruise on a good day. I sure as hell don't want to see that. But, it's just, it is what it is. It's going to be out there. If you have, they could have put it on Hulu. It's really dumb they're just doing this. I mean, I get why, but I think it's kind of, you're crossing the streams here. But I do know that Chapek wanted to cross the streams and Iger did not. Now Iger's gone. So Chapek's like, haha, bitch, I'm going to do what I want.
Chapek's going to look at the money. And I'm telling you right now, this guy, and that's one good thing about Chapek is, yes, he's cutting corners in the parks and all that, but he's going to look at the bottom line and be like, we need more adult content to compete with Netflix.
They're going to have to.
Yeah, and people love the Netflix Daredevil shows. Why are we recasting Daredevil and Kingpin? Why are we rebooting when we've already found the perfect
Well, they didn't
cast?
recast them. That's just it. And we already had, like, the Jessica Jones, Luke Cage. They're all cast really well. I would hate to see any of them be changed out. And I think this all comes back to, like, he's bringing up repeatedly in these investor calls, half our audience, are adults without children. Yep. So I think that's just him case building. He was case building ahead for doing this anyway, in my opinion. So, but that's what they're doing. They're crossing the streams. They're putting parental controls on it. And yeah.
Yeah,
there you go.
I think it's cool. I want to see Daredevil.
I want to see more Daredevil. Yeah.
And Moon Knight. I want to see them.
Yes. Well, they have a new 1 month teaser. It's literally 12 seconds. I'm not pulling it up for Moon Knight today. Now, unrelated to the Marvel, but they had the Sony. They had the Morbius trailer up yesterday. So yeah, it's gonna get exciting this year for if you like superhero stuff. I think. Yeah,
and I still want the proper Spider-Man Daredevil team up because they used to team up in the comics all the time.
They do that. It'll be at Sony.
Yeah, it would be at Sony. But I could totally. I mean, it's almost like they were setting that up with. No Way Home. So hopefully we get that. But yeah, I'm very apprehensive about, the MCU going forward. But I think Daredevil and Kingpin, at least, having the same actors is a step in the right direction.
People were petitioning like crazy because they're like, dude, bring them back.
It's not hard. I mean, this is the thing Disney doesn't understand, and Sony's kind of learning it now, is just give the audiences what they want. Let the market decide what, sells, and you'll be fine. You'll be successful. It's when you try to change the formula.
For no reason.
Nobody wants new Coke. Nobody asked for new Coke. That was some, marketing executive's brain fart. It's like, just give people what they want. If you want to make new things.
Make a new drink.
Yeah, make a new drink. Give us like Josta. I love Josta. Josta was
I never
good.
had Josta. I know what Josta is, but I never drank it.
Had the the panther on the...
I remember. It wasn't my thing.
Yeah. And Surge. That was my...
I do remember Surge.
It's my gamer drinks of choice back in the 90s.
I remember... My sister's going to kill me for this, but I remember one time... you remember this big Crave? Like the big sugar things that was like all sugar straight up in like in a vial? She was drinking like Surge and then like... dumping the sugar.
Oh, you can't do that.
No, she did. And she went running, and then passed out.
Oh,
she's okay.
I thought she vomited.
No, she didn't. But she was like, ah! And then she was like, thunk.
Eat a pack of Mentos and then drink some diet soda and see what happens.
No, it's not. I don't want it shooting on my nose.
Yeah, that could be fun. All right, so we gotta wrap this. Yes. I don't know how the hell we got here, but
I don't
know how the hell we
She's
get
gonna
to
kill me. I love you.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.